The national income is calculated through three methods: value added method or product method, income method, and expenditure method. According to income method, it is the sum total of factor income earned by normal residents of a country through various economic activities in an accounting year. It includes rent, wages or salary, interest and profit received by factors of production. Which are the factors of production? Land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship of a nation. Land derives rent, labor gets wages or salary, capital derives interest, and entrepreneur gets profit. So, NDP at factor cost, net domestic product at factor cost, or domestic income, that is the total factor income, is equal to compensation of employees plus operating surplus plus mixed income. When we add net factor income from abroad to this domestic income, that is total factor income generated within a country, we get national income. So, we should know what is the meaning of the terms compensation of employees, operating surplus, and mixed income. So, regarding compensation of employees, it is a statistical term used in national accounts, balance of payment statistics, and sometimes in corporate accounts as well. It refers basically to the total gross wages or salary, that is before paying tax. It is paid by the employers to employees for work done in an accounting year. It is measured by the value of the remuneration an employee receives from employer in cash or in kind, and that is for the services rendered. That is in an accounting year, April 1st of a year to March 31st of the following year. That is the accounting year. NDP at factor cost plus net factor income from abroad, we get national income. So, NDP at factor cost is the net domestic product at factor cost is the value of the total factor income generated. So, the value of net output, that is the money value of all the goods and services produced within a country in an accounting year, that value is equal to the total factor income generated. We have seen that in the circular flow of income. And we can prove that when national income is calculated through income method as total factor income and as net value of output, that is the value of all the goods and services produced in the country, and through expenditure method, that is a total expenditure generated in the country, when we calculate through these three methods, we get the same value as national income. That is, the value of the net output is equal to total factor income generated is equal to total expenditure. So, because of that, some types of remuneration received by the employer or by the employee from the employer are either included or excluded because they are regarded as either related or unrelated to production or to the value of new output. While calculating national income, we take the value of only the final goods and services produced in that particular accounting year. We never take the value of the goods and services produced in another year, the previous year, or the years before. That means we take the value of only the final goods and services, that is the new goods and services produced in that accounting year. Thus, compensation of employees is defined as the total remuneration in cash or in kind payable by an enterprise to an employee, that is payable by an employer to the employee in return for the work done by the employee during the accounting period. Its components are wages and salaries payable in cash, wages and salaries payable in kind, and employer's contribution to social security scheme. We have to take care not to calculate employees' contribution to compensation of employees. we never count employees' contribution. We take only employer's contribution to employee. So first one, wages and salaries payable in cash. That is the money, the income received in the form of money, cash, for the services rendered by the labor. That is wages and salaries. Then special cash allowances, overtime pay, bonus, commission, DA, that is dearness allowance, sick leave allowance, etc., if paid by the employer to the employee. Then retirement pension, that is deferred wages, amount deposited in pension and pension linked schemes for the employees by the employer. All these are included. Whatever wages and salary paid in cash by the employer and received by the employee, it comes in this category, wages and salaries payable in cash. It is the main component of compensation of employee. Next is wages and salaries in kind. That is remuneration, which consists of goods and services that are used by the employees, meals and drinks, including those consumed when traveling for business, accommodation, the services of vehicles or other durables provided for the personal use of the employees, goods and services produced as outputs from the employer's own process of production, such as free travel for the employees of railways or airlines, or free coal for miners, sports, recreation or holiday facilities for employees and their families, creches for children of employees. All these are included in wages and salaries in kind. Next component is employers' contribution to social security scheme. Employers make payments to social security schemes like life insurance, casualty insurance, pension schemes, etc. For example, there is a contributory provident fund scheme for employees of educational institutions and public sector undertakings. The contribution made by the employer for such scheme is a part of compensation of employees. A part of this deposit is made by employee. Provident fund, a percentage is paid by the employer, another percentage is paid by the employee. Whatever is employee's contribution is not considered in compensation of employee, but whatever compensation is paid by the employer to employee with regard to social security scheme is only counted in compensation of employees. So what all items are excluded from compensation of employees? Whatever contribution is made by the employee is not counted in COE. Then income from self-employment is not included because it is already included in operating surplus. Then whatever contribution is made by the government as social benefit like old age pension, it is not counted. Then expenditure made by the employee in order to enable them to carry out their work, including reimbursement of travel expenses, it is not counted. Expenditure by employees on tools, equipment, special clothing or other items that are needed exclusively to enable them to carry out their work like uniform, it is not regarded as compensation of employee. It is regarded as intermediate consumption. Next we will see operating surplus in the next module. Please subscribe and share. While you are watching the channel, please don't forget to press the bell button. Thank you.